I'm making this video for myself as a video journal on this moment of time in my life. I have decided that I am going to succeed at e-commerce, even if it kills me to try. For those of you guys who don't know who I am 29 years old. My name is Jake, and I've been doing YouTube since I was 14. I have grown channels to almost 50,000 subscribers and had them deleted by YouTube. I now have a channel with almost 1 million subscribers, and this channel that I'm posting on right now has a little over 100,000 subscribers. And for most of my life, I've considered myself a YouTuber. Now, during COVID, I got heavily into investing, and that brought far more success than I ever could have imagined. I turned $20,000 that I had saved from my initial YouTube channels over the years into a portfolio that's now worth $400,000 and has really unlocked, at least for a period of time, financial freedom. I am able to still make revenue off of YouTube if I need to as well, but my mindset has been shifting over the last 200 days. On-chain gaming, this channel really started to fall apart during the bull market when our biggest sponsor, we're not going to get into it, and I've been trying to figure out what is the next move? Do I start another channel? Do I double down on on-chain gaming? And I've been kind of thrown into an existential crisis by artificial intelligence as well. Now, thankfully, I believe I'm invested in the companies that are going to have massive shares of the prosperity that comes with artificial intelligence and robotics. So thinking super long term, I know I'm okay, but I need to execute. And more than anything else, I want to become more of the person that my 14-year-old self would be proud of. And that is why I have recently created this plan. So in my last video, I was kind of talking about a bunch of different dead ends that I have hit over the last 200 days, from trying to remonetize my Jake's Top 10 channel, to doing music, AI music generation, to trying to do an AI startup, to drop shipping, and a couple other things in between as well. And just really feeling like I can't keep jumping around from idea to idea. I need to stay consistent, because consistency, continued motivation, pursuit of a singular goal over a long period of time is how you succeed in this world. Consistency is one of the most powerful forces in life. And my whole searching for the next big thing, I think was helpful, because I did learn a lot in each of these pursuits over the last 200 days. But if I continue it, I realize that it is going to be destructive, and it's going to cause me to not succeed at anything if I keep jumping from one idea to the next. So after my last video, I just spent a lot of time thinking, going on walks, really considering, listening to podcasts, listening to books, and I have decided that I am going to be doubling down on e-commerce. However, I needed a plan. So behind me, you can see all of these pieces of paper, which I'm going to go through a little bit here. I've created a plan for how I am going to succeed at e-commerce, and this video is literally just a video journal of my current mindset at the beginning of this about 13-week sprint that I'm going to go on, with the goal of rapid learning, rapid iteration, journaling every lesson that comes into my mind so that I can continually improve. And hopefully by the end of January, it's the beginning of October as I'm recording this right now, 2024. So hopefully by the end of January 2025, I will be in a much different place. So I think this video, for anyone who's watching from the outside, might be helpful in helping you think about how to find success. And I also think this is going to be a really interesting documentation, because there will be a day in the future when I am very successful And I think that this is like the sort of video that I wish that I could watch for like an Elon Musk. Now, I don't think I'm going to be anything like an Elon Musk. His grit and consistency and demon mode, whatever you want to say that he gets into, is absolutely insane. He's like a top 0.00000, probably to 1,000th 1 percentile type person. But I wish I could watch a vlog from him, right? When he was in his late 20s, talking about his vision, his plan, how he was organizing his day, what his hopes and dreams were. Like, that would be incredible. So whatever level of success I get to, I want to leave behind some of that for future generations, potentially, to be able to look inside my head and improve on some of the things I did well and avoid some of the things that I did not do well. So let's go over this plan that I have created for myself. So this is pretty much where I have been here. So my learning e-commerce roadmap, let's jump to stages complete. So the initial learning stage, this is something that I always love. I always absolutely adore the initial learning stage. Everything is new and exciting and overwhelming. And I just love when the learning curve is insane and I feel like I'm making so much progress. Then mastering the basics stage, I think I've done. I have an initial familiarity with the core aspects of setting up a Shopify store, sourcing products, that sort of thing. And I learned all this from just YouTube videos, by the way. However, I still don't know how much I likely don't know. And my optimism at this stage was still very high, but not as high as when I reached my initial success. My first sale from my Shopify store, actually shipping the product to someone, watching the automation happen and how it all works, and just being absolutely amazed by that fact. Like, wow, this works. This is so cool. And that was probably peak optimism for me. And then you reach the first roadblock, where I realized positive return on ad spend is much harder than I first expected. And this is where I was when I recorded my last video. I was really in that roadblock stage trying to figure out, okay, how do I don't know how to get past this. This is a lot harder than I thought. Do I give up? Do I move on? And I decided no. So this is the next stage. This is where I am now, right now. Persistent testing phase. I need to be like a scientist learning 1,000 ways not to make a light bulb. And I expect to have a lot of failure, but that is how you learn. So my goal now over the next 13 weeks is to test 2 new products every week. I'm going to be spending $200 on each one with $25 daily ad spend over 7 days. The specifics of the plan, not quite as important, and I'm going to change them as I learn as well, likely. But then this is really important. I'm going to be journaling my thoughts, my experience, and the outcomes for each product, trusting that time in the game and persistent testing will increase my skill in all aspects of the game, and eventually it will end in success. And trusting the process, trusting that failure is only failure if it causes you to lose your enthusiasm and causes you to give up. If you're learning, then failure is actually success. And that is the mindset that I'm going to be trying to maintain over the next 13 weeks. So my week 1 goals are A, journal time that each task takes, and the total time required for each day for improving scheduling at the end of week 1. So I have a whole schedule here, but it's far from perfect, I'm sure, because I made it without actually knowing how long each task was going to take. So we'll be improving on the schedule. That's the 1 week 1 goal. Focus on the initial win of starting the day right. I know that is going to be the most important thing because I don't have any accountability besides myself. And this is where I wanted to be in life, right? Like, I don't want to work for anyone else. I want to work for myself, but that means that I need self-discipline. And starting the day right is going to roll into accomplishing all the other things on this list. So that's focusing on that on the initial win of starting the day right is one of my big focuses here. So then number 3, enjoy the process of each task. Think only of the current task while doing it. This is something that has gotten me into so much trouble over time, is the fact that I am an overthinker. I overprocess, I overquestion, and oftentimes it derails me. It causes me to not be focused on doing the best I can in the moment, in the task that I am in the moment of pursuing, because I start questioning like, well, does this actually matter? Or after this is done, what are the other things that I need to do? And I can overwhelm myself, and that's demotivational. So this first week, one of my goals is focus on the exact thing that you're doing. Enjoy it. Don't try to be rushing to the next thing. Just be in the moment. Trust the process. And you can reevaluate all of this later. That's why you have time for journaling. That's why you have time to assess the strategy. There's time for that, but that time is not during the specific task. I'm gonna try to work on keeping my brain focused on that exact thing I'm doing. From reading books on Elon Musk, I think that's something he does really well. He has so many projects he was working on. If he let all of those things weigh on him at all times, he would never be able to focus on the specific thing that he's doing. So I need to learn a lesson from him and try to accomplish that same thing. So that's one of my goals this week as well. And then I'll skip over week 2 goals, but just at the end of it, I want to have successfully tested 24 e-commerce products. I want to have journaled, learned lessons, and increased skills in all areas of the process. And the reason that this is grayed out, by the way, is because I want to be focusing on this right now. It's not because my printer was running out of ink or something. I want to establish achievable, progress-filled, and enjoyable daily habits. Getting these daily habits down is one of my big goals for these 13 weeks. And then I want to build conviction on whether doubling down on the current strategy or pivoting is what I need to do. Remembering that every failure is a successful discovery of one way that doesn't work, which gets you closer to finding a way that does work. So remember, just pounding it in my head that failure is the road to success. All right. Every single overnight success came from a road of failure before that. And that part doesn't get talked about much, but that's a real part of being an entrepreneur. That's a real part of starting something new, is you have a lot to learn and you're going to muck it up. And being able to muck it up quickly and then fix it quickly is what makes you a successful entrepreneur. It's not making mistakes. Okay. So this is my weekly schedule. I don't need to go into it too in depth here, but if you want to pause it and look through that, you can. But essentially, because I want to test 2 products every single week, it means that during the week, there's going to be 4 products that are ongoing. There's going to be 2 products that are being advertised, tested actively. And while that's happening, there's 2 other products that I need to be researching and launching. So essentially day 1, and the reason this says product 3 is because I will have 2 older products that are running, which will reset to product 1 and 2. So it's product research, picking a product, gathering videos, sourcing the product so that I can actually ship it and stuff, running a P&L so I know how much I need to charge for it and what my break even is going to be for advertising. I'm going to be ordering video ads and image ads, probably from like Fiverr or Upwork, or I'll find an agency or something, and then journaling. And it's color coordinated as well, so you can see that this video flows through each of these days. And I think it's going to make it really, really easy for me to like keep it all straight. Rapid iteration, rapid testing. It's not actually as difficult as I think I thought it was going to be to like do all the initial steps. However, during the day, your brain can get so fogged up by all the things that you know you need to do, especially if you have 4 products going at once, all in different stages of testing. how are you supposed to keep that all straight without a schedule? And this is an issue that I was running into, which was leading to a lack of productivity because I was just always jumping around. And that means you can never focus on a single thing. But having a schedule like this, I think is going to really help me zero in on the task that needs to be done. And because I'm going to be journaling, what changes I think the schedule needs to have like in the schedule, I don't need to be thinking about that during the task. So this is where I am, guys. I'm going to be doing 13 weeks testing 24 e-commerce products. And I'm probably going to be doing a lot of actual hand journaling, as you can see here with this new notebook. But I also want to do some video journaling as well. And that's what this is. So I don't expect this video to get many views, especially because it's not focused on what on-chain gaming is about. But some of you will have enjoyed it. And I think that if nothing else, I may enjoy coming back to this video 10, 15, 20 years in the future when I'm in my 40s or 50s, if I'm still alive, and God willing, and seeing, hopefully the schedule, the launch, the conviction that led to something really awesome. And then I guess I'll end with this. I hope that at some point during this 13 weeks, some product will have moved to the winning product category, which I don't need to worry about at the beginning because I don't have any winning products. But if this doesn't happen, that's okay. That's not the goal of this. Remember, none of my goals for the 13 weeks was have a winning product. And I think that that's going to be really important for helping me stay motivated. This is about becoming the type of person that I want to be, learning the skills that I want to have. It's not about success in these first 13 weeks. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a big thumbs up and subscribe if you're not subscribed already and want to stay up to date on this. Maybe I'll do like a weekly update on it or something and let you guys know how it's going. And I'll see you next time.